It's a pleasure to have Ramy with us. Ramy is the Group CEO of Ras Al Khaimah Economic Zone, and he's going to give us a brief intro into the all aspects of Ras Al Khaimah Economic Zone. Ramy, how is it going? How's the day been so far?
First, welcome, Srijit, to Ras Al Khaimah and RAKEZ in particular. It's an honor to be talking to you today about my favorite topic, Ras Al Khaimah and RAKEZ. So, yeah, how's it going so far? It's going great. I mean, we're moving fast, we're growing fast, and really it's the unwavering commitment to follow the vision of our leaders and to ensure that RAKEZ is the go-to place for building a business community, a business hub, a trading hub, a manufacturing hub, an SME hub. We're now actually, by number of licenses, the largest economic zone by number of licenses in the country. So this is really a true testament to the journey that we embarked on since establishing RAKEZ of making it the no-nonsense business destination and business hub for investors and manufacturers and entrepreneurs and startups and SMEs from all over the world to come to the UAE, in particularly Ras Al Khaimah, and in particularly RAKEZ to start their businesses or operate their businesses and to go global.
Ramy, Integrator congratulates you on the great success you had, the scaling up the business. Something interesting we'll just start with. Tell me about your journey as a group CEO. How long has it been, and what have you seen through this tenure as your group CEO?
Wow, my journey actually is 10 years now. And I can tell you one thing, how it's been going. It seemed like yesterday, to be honest. It's a fascinating journey. What I've seen is great determination, great people to work with, building great teams, having the great people on board, everybody with talent that's come on board, everybody having the same level of passion, everybody working for our leadership and for the Ras Al Khaimah Emirate and for the UAE in terms of creating this economic zone. I recall the days when we were here and we register 1,000 companies a year. Today, we're registering more than 13,000 companies a year that are setting up, operating, and establishing and doing business out of Ras Al Khaimah. So you can imagine that's a big journey in 10 years. From 1,000 plus to 13,000 plus yearly, that's a mammoth growth. So it's been a fascinating journey. It's been a continual journey of learning. It's been a continual journey of putting in improvements all the way. And we are determined that what we think is right is fantastic. We want to do even better. So we're always on a continual learning and improvement journey and a transformation journey that is having our customer as the key to our success. We do what it needs and what it takes to keep the customer successful, to keep the customer happy, and to keep the customer growing, because their growth is our growth.
Their growth is your growth. You have been traveling, I believe, to different parts of the world. Mm-hmm. And you've seen quite a lot of businesses thrive in different parts of the world. And you have been bringing values. What sort of value is Ras Al Khaimah Economic Zone holding? And what is its vision? And probably take us through what's the plan for, in the future?
Well, traveling around the world, you get to learn to see how businesses work. The essence of how businesses work is you got to know how they click. You got to know what's important to them. It's all about growth. It's all about being successful. It's all about the right ecosystem. It's all about transparency. It's all about value for money. It's all about having proper advice for them to navigate through the ever-changing business climates, geopolitical climates that are happening all over the world. The UAE is an attractive magnet for businesses from all over. We have more free trade agreements with more than 160 countries. Let me give you an example. India, yesterday was the Indian National Day. We had an India business delegation here with the governor of Maharashtra. And it was really intriguing to see how Indian investors are the largest investors here in Ras Al Khaimah, manufacturers, traders, SMEs, you name it. And the value proposition that we offer, whether it's for Indian investors or investors from all over the world, is very simple. It boils down to customization. We customize our approach to every single client. We don't sell packages. And that goes back to my saying that we need to understand how that business clicks, what makes them successful, what are they looking for growth, where do they want to export, who do they buy from. So we customize our package, we customize location, we customize price offering, we customize the facility that they need, we customize and give them what makes them grow, and it can be scalable. The other one is value for money, cost effectiveness. Today they shop around.
True.
So when they shop around, they want to make sure that they're getting the right price for the right services. It's not about being the cheapest, and it's not about being the most expensive. It's value for money, cost effectiveness. And the third most important, or the third is transparency. You get what is written on the box. It says that we do this, we do this. No hidden costs, no hidden procedures. We're very, very, very good at simplifying our processes, our procedures, our paperwork. Everything is digitized today. So that goes down into customer experience and efficiency and being the fastest, the quickest, the best, and being able to work with our investors as true partners. And that's what makes us successful.
And that's what makes you successful. Let me ask you, on reflecting on 2024, how do you summarize the year for RAK and role as a group CEO? Some achievements that you have been, maybe you want to talk about.
Stellar year, I can tell you. 2024 growth. It's like a child. Every few years they have a growth spurt. So they grow bigger. They grow out of their clothes. So we're bursting out the seams. It was a stellar year. We've invested heavily in new infrastructure for our economic zones. We've added more industrial area for industrial clients to take up space, their own land. We've built massive amount of warehousing for logistics, for light industrial units. We've built so many staff accommodation and workers accommodation to accommodate all of the new factories and all of the new clients that are bringing in workers. We've simplified our processes. We've gone totally digital. In terms of, you can today renew your license with one click, and you can go online and you can do it online. And we've had excellent customer experience results and customer satisfaction. Again, like I said earlier on, we surpassed 13,000 companies in the year 2024. We were about 7,000 to 8,000 in 2023, so nearly double. So you can see the amounts and the growth that we're experiencing. And really, the team's competencies and passion and capabilities and technical skills, just going through this experience and having that passion, have exponentially grown. Because you need to grow. We've introduced AI. We're all learning AI. We're all learning new skills. We're all learning about next gen AI, where we're using it in our day-to-day operations. So to handle more customers, you need to be more efficient, quick, fast, talented, experienced, and you need to know what you're doing. And you need to still cater to more number of customers with the same level of good service. That puts a lot of pressure on our system. So you've got to go digital.
Going digital, I'll come back to there. But before I get to that, let me ask you, could you tell me some of the notable companies that would be here, or in some success stories, startups that have been grown out of proportion from this transit-time economy zone?
We've got companies from more than 100 different countries and in 50 different sectors. Today, I can tell you that we're renowned for automotive. We have Ashok Leyland, which is a very famous Indian bus manufacturer and car automotive manufacturer. We have we have all the way from burrata cheese and parmesan and paneer cheese that is made here in Ras Al Khaimah and transformed and sent to all of the beautiful 5-star luxury star hotels in the UAE and in the supermarkets. So we've got somebody like Ital Foods. We've got the largest paneer cheese manufacturer here in the United Arab Emirates as well, for example, burrata cheese, and that's called Ital Food. We have somebody who does the aircraft cabins simulators that the pilots train in, or they use for emergency training for the cabin crew. It's called Spatial Composites, and they sell these composite makeshift real live aircraft cabins to the airline industry that they train their staff in, or they do the flight simulators. And we have the largest tree tea blender and trader and in the whole region called Ahmed Tea from the UK. So these are just to name a few. I mean, all the way from burrata cheese to spatial composites to carbon fiber inserts for Formula One racing cars to carbon fiber that goes into Rolls-Royce cars as well in the dashboards. All of that is done here in Ras Al Khaimah. So I can keep on and on and on and on and on. We've got more than 2,200 manufacturers and traders in that space, in you name it, from F&B to automotive to, of course, sustainability, green energy to many manufacturing and building materials as well. You mentioned something about a startup.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm very proud of one of our startups. It's called, it's all about clean tech. And this is a reverse integration vending machine. Usually when you talk about a vending machine, you go, you put some coin and you get a Pepsi can. This is a reverse where you go to a vending machine and you put your Pepsi can back into the vending machine and it recycles it. Wow. So that's a startup that started out from a small business center desk. And now they have more than 300 units all over the region that collects and recycles cans from a vending machine type of lookalike vending machine placed all over the cities. So that was a startup, and now it's a very successful. Within 2 years, they've gone from a small flexi desk in our business centers to a fully fledged tech company that's in the warehouses, assembling and distributing and putting these vending machines for sustainability and for recycling.
You just spoke about the startup. You said, I just would like to know what are some strategic advantages of being here? What are some mentorship programs that you would be giving to these kind of startups? What if a startup wants to come and set up a business here? What advice do you have to them? Some of these aspects would be, be a little bit clear when you say some strategic advantages.
Well, firstly, startups are all over the UAE, especially in high tech, especially in AI, especially in technology. One of the advantages that we have for startups to come to Ras Al Khaimah is that they can start on a shoestring budget. Again, it's customization. It's how we approach them. It's how we give them facilities to match their budget or to match whoever's investing in them. And then to give them the support, the ecosystem, the place where we give them matchmaking. We introduce them to manufacturers within their space. We introduce them to create the business opportunities so that they can monetize their product. And that happens actually like today here in our co-working space. We do a lot of these events to match startups with industry. We've also started, my colleague called Peter Pan, he's now in charge of the Ras Al Khaimah startup ecosystem. And we've just started a new startup program where it'll be in certain industries where we will support startups, and we will be, I don't have too much details on that, but maybe it's good that you meet with him and you talk to him about the startup ecosystem that we're creating, where we will be selective in few startups, where we'll give them the support to mentor them and but these are already startups that have a product, so we will help them in a different way. But yeah, we give them very, very good offers so that they can work and grow, and then scalability. We support them with the scalability to find products. And you asked me about advice. I've been in this business for more than 30 years, working with SMEs and startups. And for any startup, business should be simple. Business shouldn't be complex if you go back to the basics. Startups are very passionate about what they want to do. And they're very passionate about their own invention or product that they want to get out into the market. But they have to take one step back to make sure that this is a solution for a real problem in this world that they're offering, or a real problem in business, that they're creating something that can be monetized, that is required. Many startups fail because they're very passionate about what they do, but nobody wants to buy it. True. Because it's not a true solution to a true live issue or challenge, or the problem statement isn't out there.